This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Happy Monday, guys. Welcome to the Fitzy Whipper Kate Ritchie podcast. Hey, we want to do a big shout out to a couple of podcast listeners, a couple of diehards.
Who is it?
Ian and Mulvey.
Oh, I'm not having a drink with Ian again.
It's not Ian in Mulvey, is it?
No.
It's Ian and Mulvey.
Ian and Mulvey. Ian is a loose unit. I went round there about a week ago.
No, you didn't.
He said,
You've never known an Ian in your life.
He said, maybe you need to use the bathroom. I said, I don't need the bathroom, Ian. I walked in, he'd filled the bathtub with ice.
My old man got into a fight with an Ian. I remember the fight.
In a bathtub.
They were just wrestling on the ground. I was going, Dad,
You reckon that's Ian?
didn't have any clothes on as well, which was very weird.
Mulvey turned up and said, get off him. Anyway, we're pretty sure that's you guys. Also on the podcast, Ozempic, guys, as a side effect. We've been talking about this wonder weight loss drug.
It makes you crook. It's not good
There's
for you.
another side effect.
It's for diabetics.
Which will stop me from taking this drug. You'll hear it on the podcast.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
This has rustled a few feathers, guys. Rustled.
Russelled.
Sorry, Russell. I'm sorry that your feathers have been ruffled. So, the family have cracked the poos because their son is getting married. Now, the plan for the wedding is huge. Yeah. It's a very lavish wedding. The venue, the flowers, the grog. He sat down with everybody and said, have a look, here's what we're planning. Yeah. The family said, hang on a minute, you can't afford that. I've got an idea of what these weddings cost.
Yeah, triple
and
the
right
price.
now, it's got a W in front of it, mate.
Well
triple
done.
the bloody
Well said.
you can't afford this. There's no way. He said, yes, I can, because his father had passed away in January and left him a family heirloom that he then sold for over $100,000.
Whoa, do you know what it was?
No. No idea. Doesn't say.
That is great.
Let's call it a painting.
Yeah.
It was a Picasso painting.
Wow.
Believe it or not, he just had it in the garage and said, son, I'm about to cark it. Take this. And the family said that was meant to remain in the family. He chose you as the keeper of that item to hold on to it.
Yeah, but it's his.
It is his?
Yeah.
The wedding's going ahead. No family members will be attending the wedding.
Why? Because they've spat it with him.
Virtually none of them. Not even cousins are going along to the lavish event.
Well, that's silly, because first of all, if he's having a lavish wedding, food, drink...
Yeah, go and get into it.
Oh, mate, enjoy.
Rip into it. You're selfish.
That's Dad's.
He said, I think legally I inherited the heirloom, so I can do what I want with it. And he said, Dad would have loved me to have had the wedding like this for the whole family to get together and celebrate. That's why I sold it. And they went, no. You don't try and tell me what your dead father would be thinking, you piece of...
It's quite selfish, though, isn't it? I mean, if that is your immediate family, if you're not rocking up to a wedding, that is so disrespectful.
It's sad, isn't it?
Get over it.
132410, if a family member didn't attend a wedding, I'd love to know. And those stories where the family say, hey, that guy, he's not for you. Yeah. And if you're going to marry him, we won't be there. We don't approve of that.
See, I would make everybody fully aware in my speeches that there isn't a family member there. Maybe even do like a Fitzy Stitchy prank call while we're there. Hey, everyone, shut up. I'll put the speakerphone up.
I'll give Dad a ring. I'll give Mum a call.
Hey, Dad, just want to give you the heads up. She said I do. Beep, beep, beep. Got him.
What you could do, right, if that was the case, a surprise wedding.
Oh.
So that you go, all right.
Like maths.
Yeah, so you go, all right, if that's the case, I'm going to think about this, and why don't we meet back here this time next week?
Yeah. I'm going to have I'm having a family Barbie next Sunday.
Knock, knock. No. We said we wouldn't be there. Got you a beauty. Zoe in French's Forest. What's your story, Zoe?
Oh, hi. My parents didn't come to my wedding.
Oh, Zoe, why not?
So it's my second marriage, and I chose to marry a woman, and it was against their beliefs, so they just didn't come.
Did you sit them down, Zoe, and pleaded with them?
I did on that phone call because they're over in the UK, so they phoned to let us know that they weren't going to be coming, and it was because of their beliefs. They love my partner, but it was just something that they felt that they couldn't come and celebrate.
Was it a religious thing?
No, they're not religious. It was just, they're old-fashioned.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I hear you.
And I just said, look, you've got to be comfortable with it, and if you're choosing not to come and celebrate with us, I think it's better you don't come.
Oh, well said.
I didn't want them to be there and not be happy for us.
So I struggle with that a bit. Like in my mind, it's my daughter. Now I love my daughter more than anything else on this planet.
More than your sons.
Well, I'm the example. I'm being Zoe's parents.
So we know the order there.
So if my daughter has made this decision and she's found love, then I want to be there to love who she loves.
Yeah.
Well said, Whip.
Wedding gift, Zoe? Did they send a wedding gift?
No, we didn't get a gift either. That's pretty sad, isn't it?
And you're still with your wife?
I am, yeah. We've got 2 beautiful children now. We're all very happy.
Beautiful.
So you should be, Zoe.
Well
that is
done,
a beautiful story. Thank you.
Mel in Northmead. Who didn't go to your sister's wedding, Mel?
Me. I didn't go to my sister's wedding.
Ooh, big call, Mel. Why?
Well, we were those pair of sisters that used to always bicker.
Yes.
We'd bicker and then we'd make up and we'd bicker right throughout everything. And at this particular point, we weren't speaking to one another, and then all of a sudden this invite, I obviously live in Sydney, listening to you guys.
Yep.
At the time she was on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
And I got a wedding invitation, and I had a letter from her that told me where to go. I can F off out of her life forever, blah, blah, blah. And I got a copy of that letter and highlighted all the F off and sent it back to her with the wedding invitation.
That's a tough one, isn't it?
That is a mic drop,
Do you
Mel.
think she really wanted you at the wedding, Mel?
I think she wanted to prove to her husband's family that she, had a normal, happy family.
Yeah.
Everything was okie dokie when it wasn't.
Do you any regrets, Mel? Do you look back now as you've matured and say, I probably should have moved on from that?
No, well, she's divorced, so it didn't last.
Would you go to the divorce party, Mel?
Only if it was held by him. He was a chef, a bloody good chef.
Do you know what, BJ bickers with one of her sisters as well. It's the
one on My Kitchen Rules?
Yeah, and it's, it's even over weddings as well, and who walked each other down the aisle, and it's just,
They're still arguing about it?
It's like, and BJ tries, she extends the hand all the time, and then you know what, they start to get along with each other, and then something goes wrong. The last time it was over a pool table. We got her to sell our pool table.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And then remember, unfortunately, no one wanted this pool table because it was so heavy. It was so heavy. And then so I ended up saying to my mates, anyone who can get it out of my house, you can have it for free. Marty Taylor put his hand up straight away. Marty Taylor was coming around to pick it up, and then BJ's sister rocked up with a buyer. And we had to say, sorry, it's all
Marty's
done.
got it.
And then, oh, God, that was World War III again. Here we go.
Tommy, there could be a good segment in Let's Settle This. We call it Let's Settle This.
Yeah.
So you come on and you bring up the issue you've got, then we get the other person on, and we go, okay, you get the pool table.
Yeah.
We've decided on that. The friendship's fine. We both agree we can move on.
Yeah, but not
and everybody
everyone's
goes, moving on, moving on.
But not everyone will be happy.
They will be. We're going to sort it out for them. Moving on.
It's got a chant. It's
like
got a catchphrase.
It's a bit Jerry Springer.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, maybe we wait for Tommy to settle his court case first before we get on to that.
Yeah, let's get that one out of the way and see what the jury decides.
We should do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do
How you feeling, Tommy?
Yeah, look, always
you're confident. I know you got in contact with a few of the jurors.
Well, I didn't think there'd be so many witnesses at a bus stop.
Hey,
look.
I got the call up for jury duty.
Hey.
Did you? No, well, I'm on for a year. I think you register for a year and then you find out what you're on.
When are you doing it?
Well, I
That'd
said
be
to him,
great.
I'm keen to get into it straight away.
Did you get out of it?
I'm in a
Because
dead-end job.
You caused the crime.
It's harder to get out of now, which is a real shame. Yeah, you have to say that because you used to be able to say that I'm on radio, I'm very important, and now the court's like, not that important, champ.
Yeah.
So you have to say that because you're a person of profile, your opinion may sway the opinion of the jury because they know who you are.
Gotcha.
So
and I'll show them my blue tick.
No, you're a no one.
Just go with the highlights from 20 to 1.
That's a crime in itself.
All right.
What?
Nothing beats a cosy winter getaway.
Or escaping to a tropical paradise.
If you're thinking about an early winter escape, whatif.com has just the place.
Check out great accommodation deals across Australia on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Tough weekend. I think
right,
it's
mate?
a tough weekend for anyone who had a blue tick verification, but we had to say goodbye. I told you about all these emails that I've been receiving, and unfortunately, those emails have run out.
You know what?
The blue tick's gone.
I was trying to work this out whether it was real or not, but Elon Musk, there was a report saying that he was charging not $8 but $16 for anybody who had they in their profile because it was two people.
Oh, is that true?
I assume not. But I got sucked in by the headline.
Okay, so in Australia, if you want to keep your blue tick, or anyone can get a blue tick now, it's $19 a month, or you can save, or it's $194.99 a year, down from $228
How good's that feeling of verification?
if you buy it annually.
And what have you got it? Have you kept it? Are you paying the $8?
I'm not going to go. And this is the thing. So over the weekend, Beyonce, Pope Francis, Donald Trump, they all lost their blue ticks. They're gone.
Can't you just write, Fitzy, it me?
No.
So just verified.
I had a couple of mates, quite funny, actually took a photo of the blue tick and put that as their profile pic.
Oh, yeah. Really good.
So you could
So
actually
clever.
think. But, you know, if you want a blue tick now, you get priority. You get priority rankings in conversations and search. You get to add bold and italic text in your tweets. That'd be amazing, isn't it? I love bold and italic. You get to post longer videos and you get higher quality video uploads. It's amazing what some of the stuff you can get.
Now that the tick's gone, it gives you a great chance to create imitation accounts.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a Richard Wilkins one and use that picture of him getting arrested in the park as my new pic. Don't need a verification.
See, the thing is, though, Elon Musk he's getting a few people upset. So over the weekend, there was all these huge celebrities that have lost their blue ticks, but there's others that are going, I'm not going to pay for it. We don't need it. We don't need verification. This is a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave it to them anyway, just to make them even angrier. So Stephen King, he's one, the author.
Yeah.
He said, I will never pay for a blue tick. So Elon goes, well, I'll give you one anyway, mate.
Okay, so
and now he's upset that he's got one.
So he's just handing them out if he feels like handing them
Yes.
out. He should do Blue Tick Fridays.
LeBron has spoken out against Twitter and said this is a disgrace. Why should we be paying for blue ticks? So Elon gave him one for free.
Right. So it sounds like just an application. Do you want us to write something to Elon?
Well,
Would that help? I'm a good mate with Evan Spiegel. I don't know if you know him. He started Snapchat. You know, Ev. I could message Ev and say, hey, could you get onto Elon?
You
I'm a
had
good
one
mate, yeah,
conversation
pretty good
with
mates.
Evan Spiegel at G'day USA.
Pretty tight mates.
Well, and you know what happened? This is what happened at G'day USA. We sat next to Miranda Kerr and Evan Spiegel. Now, Miranda didn't eat her dinner.
She had a banana.
She had a banana. And she had a certain shake that I think she was promoting at the time. But Whipper went over, right, I'm not joking, to Evan Spiegel, only just met him, and said, mate, you wouldn't have any Shiraz left, would you? So took some of the wine and was eyeing off Miranda's meal at the table.
Well, she wasn't going to eat it. Ev's not going to drink the 389, right? We'd run out and she wasn't going to finish the chicken. So, hey, why are we going to waste it? And on behalf of G'day USA, let's make the most of the night.
As Whipper's having a conversation with him about Snapchat, he's picked up a chicken leg and he's just munching down on it.
You've gone too far there, but Speegs, I'll get on to Speegnut, which is my mate, and I'll make sure that we can chase down Elon. Leave it with me.
Get me a blue tick while you're there.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Got some bad news, guys. Been pumping up Ozempic on the show. That is the wonder drug that everybody carrying a couple of kilos has started
you
taking.
should pump it up because it's for diabetics.
It is for diabetics, but then we came off air when we were talking about it the other day, and someone in the office, Fitz, came up and said, hey, I know that drug you were talking about. And I said, are you on it? And she said, yeah, I'm on it. And it's working well. Although what happens is you take a fortnightly shot, I think.
Well, it suppresses your appetite, doesn't it?
It does, but the first sort of 48 hours or so, even up to 3 days, you're out both ends. You can be vomiting and diarrhea.
That's not right.
Enjoy your breakfast. But she was saying it's not just... I mean, it is designed for... diabetics, but you can also get a compound chemist to make it for you, so you're not actually taking away the drug supply from the diabetics that, excuse me, obviously need it. Anyway, I'm thinking this ain't bad. You know, if you want to shed a couple of kilos, if I hit September and the blowouts happened and I got to run up where I need to make sure that I'm looking good for rig season, sort of November, December, by Jan I need to hit it hot. I thought Ozempic could be the answer. Then the article over the weekend came out and said, there's one side effect, besides the diarrhea. There's one side effect that you might not like. Hair loss.
Oh, no. Oh, he is.
I'm torn.
He is torn.
What do you want, your hair or your gut? Do you know what I mean? Girls have to choose between their face and their hips.
Can't you take both medications and just ramp up your hair medication?
Do you reckon it would balance it out?
Oh,
and I'm just in this world of Ozempic versus hair meds.
Yeah.
Do you know what, though? Anybody listening right now, if they're fat and bald, they've won. Like, it doesn't matter. You can't lose any more hair.
But see, this is the same...
If you're fat and bald, it's your Christmas.
The same battle that I had with hair med. The hair meds is a side effect was it didn't allow you to sort of party with the 100% enthusiasm. What's the point of doing it if you can't then do anything with it?
Stop yelling, Matt. He's angry. It didn't work, did it, mate?
It didn't work.
Poor
None
little
of it.
pecker.
None of it. What?
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Do you know what? It got bagged for a while, but I don't think when you see the avalanche that is coming, which is Live Golf, I don't think you can get out of the way. I think it's going to top everything else.
It's amazing how quickly you can push human rights issues to the side because the golf's on now.
You know, I mean, there's plenty of arguments here, and I understand that there are, you know, a lot of people saying that there's blood money and all this kind of stuff as well. But if we do look around at every sport,
well, you're going to find it.
We look at gambling companies, we look at this company as well, what we accept as well. I mean, there's questions being asked everywhere. But Live Golf over the weekend, I didn't understand because I'm thinking golf's golf. I mean, how can you?
This is party golf.
In cricket, you've got the T20, the IPL. When the IPL first started and they paid so much money for all these cricketers, I was thinking, absolutely no chance that people are going to watch 20 overs of cricket and love it. It's gone crazy.
Yeah.
Live Golf over the weekend.
It was in Adelaide, wasn't it?
Down in South Australia and Adelaide. Can we talk about... And look, it does help when a player gets a hole-in-one.
Sure.
We're going to talk about... Now, Matty de Groot, you were going to go down for this.
Yeah, and have probably 15 mates who did, and all weekend on the text, just videos of them party, videos of them doing shoeies, all this on the golf course, videos of them just running like absolute lunatics at the Grange, which, Fitz, correct me if I'm wrong, one of the more traditional and prestigious venues in South Australia.
It looked like naughty kids, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I got a text message from Matt de Groot over the weekend. Hey, mate, I've got some mates down in Adelaide. You wouldn't have a contact for a private chopper pilot, would you?
Awesome. Where'd they want to go, mate? Was that stage of the day, was it?
Well, it gets to a point where you get enough boys together and enough money in the back pocket and you go, you know what's the good idea?
Do you know what I love about the footage getting around also? It almost looks like... this is what I see. It's golf mixed with Schoolies Week.
Yep.
Mixed with, because it's at a great golf course, a big mansion that they've hired out.
Yeah.
But
and
it's rich. It's white boy 30-year-old schoolies.
It is
what it is.
It is. There's a lot of popped collars.
a lot of beer.
Okay, so over the weekend there's a hole called the watering hole, and you're allowed to drink on it and go crazy. There's music blaring everywhere, like Phil Mickelson. How old's Phil Mickelson, Matt de Groot?
60 plus.
He's 60 plus. He walks out to Eminem's lose yourself.
White men doing
what I
white men
mean.
things.
That's what I mean about the idea. It's fun to watch.
So
Yeah.
anyway, at the watering hole, it's a par 3, so there is a chance of someone getting a hole-in-one. Chase Koepka steps up to the plate. Now, the crowd is quite close around the golfer. We're only talking probably 10, 15 metres away.
yeah.
As he's teeing off on a par 3, there's music blaring. This is what happened.
This is going all the way. Chase Koepka, 12. The watering hole, he's posing. Oh, yeah. Oh, Chase Koepka. Oh! There it is! He promised you an ace on 12, and Chase Koepka has delivered!
So then he is then...
That's one of the great moments in Live Golf history.
He's proceeded then to be absolutely smashed with beer. He said he smelled like beer for the rest of the day. He had to play the rest of the rounds.
How many plastic cups can you throw onto one hole at one bloke? And you know what I love too? The commentary there. One of the great moments in Live Golf history. It's just started.
Yeah, four events old, but it is one of the great events. But it's the kind of thing that makes you go, hey, I had no interest in golf and no interest in going to a golf event, but I'd go to that because that looks like a fun time.
So they then finished the day off with Fisher playing the DJ, and he then gets Cam Smith, the Australian golfer, up to do a shoey. I mean, what more do you want in your golf?
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let me sing that song.
Louder! Let me sing it, guys. I'm going to give you a word. You've got to put it into a song. You know how this works. You can't go out round 1. Are we ready to play?
Who's going to be the one that screams, sort of brings that Kate kind of like aggressive intensity?
He's pretty good at that.
Yeah, ready
do
to
a
go.
High pitch. You do a high pitch scream, Tom. Especially when I get out of the shower for some reason. I can hear it from outside.
Tommy's one of the great screamers.
Oh, wrong house again.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, Fitz, any content for tomorrow's show? No, Tom, I'll give it to you in the morning.
What are you doing in my shower? Here we go. The word is girl.
Girls just want to have fun.
Yep. Girl.
I kissed a girl and I liked it.
My girl.
Talking about my girl. Through. Bang. Simple as that. And I'm
I'm not sold on Madonna playing all the hits. You know how she's going to do that world tour?
Yeah.
What is it, 4 decades?
Yeah.
Of the hits?
Was there 4 decades of hits? Yeah, there would have been.
Geez, everyone's raving about the Smashing Pumpkins. But I just
Yeah, I
feel
would
like
have
it's
loved to
Billy
have seen
Corgan up there. Is he happy singing the old hits? He seems to be.
The fact he got the Veronicas up there I thought was interesting because he went out with Jess for such a long time. What are you laughing at, mate?
No,
The streaming going?
No, the streaming's on. Yeah, ready to get into the next.
The word is time.
Time after time. Cyndi Lauper.
Fitzy.
One more time, Daft Punk.
Welcome.
Oh, one more time.
I hope you had the time of my life.
Time
Good
of
riddance.
my life.
No, I was going to... Yeah, that one.
All right.
What a song.
Green Day.
Everyone's graduation song.
Hope you had the time of your life. Another turning point. If I could turn back time, all right, we're all through to the third round. The word is crazy.
Little thing called love.
Crazy by what's his Heidi Klum's Seal. Heidi Klum's.
No, we could all get there.
Seal.
How are you going, Tom?
Crazy for you.
Sing it for me.
Crazy for you.
Well done, Tommy.
Thank you.
Who went crazy in love?
Degree.
Did you get that, MDG?
I went crazy little thing called love. So
Oh, sorry.
Oh my God, no one. That's what I thought. Here we go. The next word, or all through, is goodbye or goodbyes.
Bye, my lover.
Oh.
MDG.
No, he didn't say my lover.
Okay. Ryan James.
My lover.
No, you didn't. Goodbye. You say hello. I say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. The Beatles.
You
That's
say
great.
hello. Tom.
Sam Smith. Something. Goodbye.
Sam.
Yeah, way too good at it.
Way too good at goodbyes, Tommy. Why are you still trying to kiss me? Way too good at goodbyes. All right, here we go. All through the next round. The word is world.
World. Material world. And I'm living in material world.
The song that starts with "The world is a vampire."
Smashing Pumpkins.
The U2 World. It's a beautiful day. World. It's a beautiful
Beautiful world.
It should have been. It's a better lyric than
See you
day.
later, buddy. Thank you for your
World.
efforts.
Mad World was a good
We could have gone, heal the world,
Nope.
make it a better place.
Well, I wish we could have made it a better place at the time.
Innocent until proven guilty. Innocent.
Oh, not really. Whatever.
Here we go. The word is Tom, Ryan James. The word is soul.
Soul sister. Hey, soul sister. Hey.
Yeah.
Huh?
Soul sister. Soul sister.
Yeah, there's something there, isn't there?
Don't listen.
All right, Ryan's through. Tom.
I'm a soul man.
Oh, yeah.
But I need to.
It's from the movie.
I'm not a soldier, but.
Oh, it's the Killers. Yeah, it's the Killers.
Right, isn't it?
Yeah, but Tom was going something else.
How could you not go Break My Soul, Beyonce?
Because we had two other
Right, here we go.
examples first. That's why we didn't do it.
Here we go. The word is shout.
Shout, let it all out. These are the dreams that we dream about.
Whoa.
Twist and shout.
Oh,
Twist and
Tom.
shout.
Go,
You
next
make me
one.
wanna.
Go.
The word is voice.
You're the voice.
Bang.
Voice.
Tom.
Oh, no.
Tom Ryan Strong. He's having a sip of the water to celebrate. He's called it already.
Yeah,
The pressure's on.
Voice.
Nothing on voice. Tom, you
the
go and
voice.
see you later, Ryan James.
See you later.
That was a long round.
Yeah.
How many did we get through? About 7?
Yeah, I went to the emergency list 3 times. Outstanding work. Well done, everybody.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
This is unbelievable, but there has been a German magazine that has got the first interview with Michael Schumacher after 10 years. 2013 was the last time we heard from Schumacher.
Michael Schumacher.
Now, I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it Die Aktuell?
Well, you're very good with your German.
Die Aktuell is a German magazine. It's sort of like a New Idea or a Woman's Day.
Right.
They've got the first interview. Now,
I didn't think Michael Schumacher was in a state to do interviews.
well, this is the thing. I mean, in the interview, Schumacher included stuff like, my life has completely changed since the accident. That was a horrible time for my wife, my children and the whole family. I was so badly injured that I'd laid for months in a kind of artificial coma because otherwise my body couldn't have dealt with it at all. I've had a tough time, but the hospital team has managed to bring me back to my family.
Who wrote that, ChatGPT?
Mate, they did.
Did they?
So this, I am not joking. The editor has had to leave.
Taking the piss.
The editor has had to leave the magazine because she's come out and admitted, I've got to be honest, but we used artificial intelligence
No.
and used quotes that Michael Schumacher would have said.
I mean, can't you just
No.
get a person to pretend
Source.
you're Michael Schumacher?
Or just the source.
I mean, yeah,
Source.
obviously, option 1, don't do a fake interview with Michael Schumacher.
I saw this article. I didn't click on it, but I saw that his face was on the front page of the magazine, and I assumed the article was about how could a magazine use an image of Michael Schumacher on the front cover of a magazine.
So Anne Hoffman is the editor of the German magazine. She's had to leave.
She's edited herself out of a job.
She's gone.
She's so committed to editing, she edited herself out of the company.
This article was in bad taste and misleading and should have never appeared. She's left the
God.
company. It's unbelievable. But you are right. This is the thing, because I've always wondered with the quotes, and let's be. I'd love to know the percentage of articles that are absolute BS.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you need a quote, and all you have to write is that it's come from a source.
A source, yep.
And you can get away with anything.
And if you want to back it up, you'd have an old photo of the celebrity you're talking about or the person, and you would describe the look on their face and interpret what their face is saying. Do you know what? You could start a whole website, a gossip website, like a Mailey Dale, and you is that what you call it?
Yeah.
And you could put. You'd have celebrities that constantly appear, so you generate those names as celebrities. So that would be programmed in, and then you have ChatGPT linked into that website. The website would run itself.
You could.
It would randomly generate the celebrities that are constantly in the news, and then ChatGPT would be linked into that. The code would be written, and you can just sit back on all of those. And
You
sell
don't
the
need any
advertising.
employees at all at the magazine.
No, you could
You've
get
got one
ChatGPT to do what the Daily Mail does, which is just describe what people are wearing.
And all you have to write in every article is that the source said.
Yep. Please include shock misleading headline and the source said.
I mean, you joke about this as if it's, a punchline. We have it with Radio GPT or whatever. You're basically talking about what they're trying to do with our jobs.
No,
which
they're
is
not.
just...
They could never do that, Matt.
AI is out of a job, mate.
Are we really here, or is this a computer talking?
I
Matt?
just don't think what you do is as complicated as you may think it is.
Oh, no, it's getting really scary.
Yeah, welcome to the new world.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
A mum of one, Amber, shared a video to her TikTok over the weekend showing her boyfriend in the hospital with her as they were having their second child, and she was in the delivery suite in labour, and she shared a TikTok of her husband watching Arsenal play because he is a massive Arsenal fan. And he said, "Is it all right, honey? It's a pretty big game.
Were they in a hole?
Well, any chance that I can watch the game while you're going into labour?" She said, look, hitting back at all the criticism after she posted the TikTok, she said, "That's all right. I'm fine with it. I was making TikToks where he was super chill. When the time came to actually scream and push, he was right by my side. But I said to him beforehand, of course you can watch your footy team."
Yeah, it's a little bit selfish of her to go into labour. She could have delayed it a little bit more if there was an Arsenal game on. I think that would be fair.
Ladies, I'd love to hear from you. Where did your hubby just have to watch the game?
Ladies or Matt de Groot?
Yes.
Matt, I remember your wedding in particular. We had everybody there, all the loved ones. I was in tears. It was so emotional.
It's a beautiful day.
And I looked around for Fitz to see if he had a tear as well.
Yeah. And he did have a tear.
I was out in the cricket pitch.
Because didn't the Crows lose?
He was lying down on the cricket pitch watching KO.
No, to be fair, I waited until photos. How boring are photos?
Oh,
we don't
tell
want to
me
see
about it.
photos.
Kill me now.
So I went and laid on it was a beautiful, this down at Kangaroo Valley there. There was a beautiful little cricket pitch. I thought, I'll go and have a look at the cricket pitch. I said, this is a great place to lay and watch the Crows.
By yourself. And then to bring it inside, it must have been a great game because you then had your phone set up sitting at the table while the speeches were on. I think we're into the last.
Don't let it get in the way. Don't let it get in the
commitment.
way.
See, the other one is on holidays as well. When you go away with your loved one, ladies, I'd love to hear from you, 13 24 10. Is it okay if we get a couple of hours, even if it's 2 a.m. in the morning with the time difference?
Yeah.
Just to watch
You know what I
team
do?
play?
When there's a game on and you think it might be close, you check on your app, and if it hits the last quarter and there's a game, like Hawthorn Crows yesterday, and you go, could have an exciting ending here, you just sit it on the chair next to you. You just whack it on KO and just sit it on the chair next to you and carry on your dinner conversation while just darting down every now and then.
I think the worst thing is that if you miss out on a game where there's an amazing finish, like the Dolphins were down 26 zip yesterday.
100%.
They were down 26 points. They come back and win 28-26.
Yeah.
An unbelievable win.
I think
if you decided to switch that off halfway through and decided to go to a wedding, how shattered would you be
you've missed
to
a
know
huge
that you
moment.
missed out on that last half?
And I think everybody is familiar with that feeling too, and the routine where you'll watch a series on TV that maybe she wants to watch, and you've just got the iPhone running on the side of the couch.
Come on, ladies.
Everybody.
This is your opportunity to dob in your husband.
Dob him in. Nikki and Jura, welcome to the show. Where did your partner have to watch the game, Nick?
Hey guys, so it was the 2006 World Cup final, the Soccer World Cup final.
Yes.
They were all out drinking. I was actually 3 weeks early. So it was about 11 o'clock that night. My waters broke. Luckily that one of his mates only had a couple of beers by that stage. Drove him back to me, and so my fiance at the time, and all his mates all followed us to the hospital, and we literally had to watch the World Cup.
You're kidding me. In the hospital.
Yeah, and I gave birth just as the end of it. So,
Nikki, was that Italy? Italy won it that year, was it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
So you had all his mates there with him, Nikki?
Yeah, but at that stage, I said, because it was my first baby, I said, look, tell him to go back to the pub and catch the game. Because this could go on for 12 hours, it could go on for 24 hours, and first baby, you don't know.
Really weird when his mate Tomo actually caught the baby. That was a bit strange.
Oh, Nikki, aren't you an unbelievable woman?
Good
Just
on
to
you,
go,
Nick.
let him go back to the pub and then come back when you're finished. That is a great story. Barry in Caringbah, you're guilty of doing this, Baz?
Well, fellas, my wife is being induced today at 8 a.m. and I have the iPad charged because the NBA playoffs are on. But now I'm a bit dicey about doing it now that you guys have put all this on the radio.
Barry, firstly, I'm very excited for you. Congratulations. It's going to be awesome. But I love that the go bag that sits at the front door has a perfectly charged iPad in it.
So
I got the iPad, I've got Hot Cheetos, I've got the Sour Patch Kids. I'm ready to go, and a Shin Ramen if we're there later on. I'm ready to go.
So being Irish, I dare say you're a Boston Celtic. Is that correct, Barry?
I'm a Golden State, actually. Golden State.
Oh, you're a Steph Curry fan. This is unbelievable. So have you spoken to your wife first, or are you just going to surprise her with the iPad, Barry?
No, I did. I spoke to her. I think she's okay with it. She'll be all right. We did it for the first one. The first one I was watching, it was actually on a Tuesday, so there was no sports. I was watching the Jimmy Carr special on Netflix.
Barry, you know what? When Lisa went into hospital with Ted for the first time, I got so carried away, I snuck a little bottle of whiskey in. So I stayed in there overnight with her as she was induced having a bit of a tipple, just to warm the heart and keep the excitement up. That's another thing you could do, Baz.
I'll bear that in mind. I'll see if she'll be okay with that one.
Hey, Barry, why don't we send you out a bottle of Double Chin Gin?
There you go.
Fitzy & Whipper's Double Chin Gin. Thanks to Australian Distilling Co. That's all yours, Baz. Enjoy and celebrate.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck, Barry.
Thanks.
Congratulations. Tommy, have we got any frisky and whiskey?
Oh, no, I think we're all out of
We
that.
should get back onto that. We need another distiller, don't we? Who's doing
was
whiskey?
it nice, the frisky and whiskey?
Yeah, it was very good.
Beautiful whiskey.
Who made that again?
Spirit Thief down in
Spirit
Tassie.
Thief. That was really, really good.
You've been an oxygen thief for a while, Tom, haven't you?
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.